Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Storm, Convention Team Shadow Strike, and this is going to be kind of a little fun Q&A because there's one show that I really like to watch, and it's called The Actors Studio, and I watch it whenever they upload new videos on YouTube. And basically what it is, there's this guy, and his name's James Lipton, and he interviews all these different actors. He's interviewed voice actors like the cast of Family Guy. He's interviewed greats like Anthony Hopkins. You name it. He's probably interviewed them, especially if they're widely known and popular. And he asked them a series of 10 questions that was a survey that was given out by a guy named Bernard Pivot, and he was a French, I think he was a French talk show host, if I'm remembering correctly, and he would always ask his people this. So I thought I would do it just for fun, because the 10 questions are actually kind of fun. So, and what I'm going to do is I am challenging all of you to answer it in a video of your own if you have a YouTube channel. And if not, then I would like you to just leave your responses in the comment section below. And it's just 10 little easy questions. They're not really long. So if you would like to answer them, you can just follow along in the comment section below and just type 1, your answer, 2, your answer, 3, your answer. And I think it'll be really cool to kind of hear what everyone's response is. But don't feel obligated to do it. I just thought this would be for something fun, and I'd like to hear what some of your guys' responses would be. So please, if you have 5 minutes, because that's all it will take to fill this out, do it. So just for fun. Okay, so for the first question is, what is your favorite word? Favorite word. That's really that's kind of weird. Because every time I've watched this, I've tried to always answer this myself, and it's kind of hard. Favorite word. I really like creating my own words, so I really like the word. I took the word splendid and splendiferous. That's a word I created. So I like that word. I really like money, or things like that. I love the word sports because I'm a huge sports guy. There's a couple. Number 2, what is your least favorite word? That's easy. I hate the word math. I hate the word science. I hate the word test. And I hate the word no. Question 3, what turns you on? Now, this is never meant to be in a sexual way. It means just what is something that really gets you excited or something that makes you happy. Not in a sexual way. A good scotch. Like, if I've had a really bad day, I like to just come home and get a nice scotch. Or maybe a good cigar. Something like that. Question number 4, what turns you off? Bermuda Triangle. I'm sorry, guys. You will never see a Bermuda Triangle deck profile from me. You will never see... I tried Bermuda Triangle when they very first came out, just because I was a young player, and the more and more I stared at them, they just creeped me out. I'm sorry. It's basically, in my eyes, legal child porn. I mean, it's creepy. I don't like Bermuda Triangle. I don't like anything about it. So Bermuda Triangle. What sound or noise do you love? I love music in general, but that's a little bland. That's a little too all over the place. I love the sound of laughter. I love the sound of laughter because I love having a good time. I love laughing. What sound or noise do you hate? The first thing that comes to mind is, have you ever been like in a nice steakhouse? And when you're cutting yourself a piece of steak, I guess you don't have to be in a steakhouse, but like when you're cutting yourself a bite, and you get it cut, and your knife scrapes against the plate, and it makes that, that real high-pitched sound. I can't stand that sound. It literally will make me drop my silverware and go, oh my god! It literally just, I hate it. I also hate the sound of bitching. I hate that sound, but mainly just like I guess the cutting a piece of a steak, and your knife scraping. I guess that could be the equivalent of like on a chalkboard, like fingernails on a chalkboard. I hate that too. But I hate sounds like that, and I also hate like just real high pitchy noises that are continuously. Like I was in a grocery store once, or I think it's a Walmart actually, and for some reason this beeping sound kept going off, beep beep beep, and it kept going on for like 20 continuous minutes. It got so bad, guys. I literally had to leave the store, and I about got sick. I don't know what it is. It literally just I don't know what that's called. It literally I'm not making that up, guys. I literally about got sick outside. I mean, it literally just turns my stomach. It gives me a headache. I mean, I went home and literally had a migraine after listening to that, thinking eventually it would shut off, but I hate that kind of noise. Question number 7. What is your favorite curse word? I use the word fuck a lot just because I don't know why, so I guess that's my favorite curse word. I mean, I hate, I've never been a person to I mean, I understand, like, when I'm in the presence of, like, but when I'm around friends and I'm just having fun, I don't censor myself. That's how I've always been, and that's how, some people have told me, well, maybe you shouldn't cuss as much in your videos. Well, I don't go out to try and cuss. I just don't censor myself. I just talk, and that's how I am. Um, Question number 8. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? Well, normally this is to an actor, and they'll say, okay, well, if I wasn't an actor, but since I'm not, I work at a GameStop, and I'm going to be going into the IT field after I get my bachelor's degree. So something other than that. Professional golfer, that would be fun. Obviously, I would have. I don't know how far I would have went in football if I hadn't screwed up my knee, but um, professional golf would be fun because I do love to golf. I wish I had the smarts to be a veterinarian, but I can't fucking stand science. So that's kind of a gate there because I love animals. Question number 9. What profession would you not like to do? Math teacher, science teacher. Um, I think the funniest response I remember hearing from this, it was when the Family Guy cast was on there. I can't remember who, but someone, when they were answering this question, what profession would you not like to do? It was glory hole attendant. That definitely would not be fun either, but, but math teacher, science teacher, just a teacher in general. I mean, I can teach, like, things I enjoy doing, but I've been told I'm a good teacher, but I've substituted for as a favor to someone before at a high school, or no, when a high school is junior high. It was 6th grade. Well, now up here they consider 6th grade junior high. I consider that middle school, and I did it, and I just don't have the fucking patience because kids nowadays are little shitheads. I'm sorry. I literally, I thought I was gonna kill them. I mean, kids that are in the 6th grade and even lower, they're ruder. They have no respect. They don't know how to fucking write. They don't know how to talk to people. The current generation behind mine is complete shit. No offense if you fall in that. I hope you're not one of those people who can't write, who can't have a conversation, and who can actually, write intelligently without putting everything in text language. But that's just me. I guess that's all I'll say. And the final question is, if heaven exists, this is already getting bad. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates? Well, I'm an atheist. So I guess if God does exist and heaven exists, I'd like to hear him look at me and go, you know what, you're right, the Bible is complete shit. Come on in anyway. So, I mean, I've always been an atheist. I'm sorry, I question just about everything that is... I question everything in it, and, I've always been a very inquisitive person. I mean, and plus, maybe it has something to do with that I resent religion so much as my dad claims he was religious, and he abused me, like, physically. So I just have no use for church. That's just always been me. I mean, I understand the reason some people go to church is for the spiritual, camaraderie with other people. Like Christian, for example, he's extremely religious, and we've had conversations about this all the time. And it's never gotten into a point where we're screaming at each other and we walk away pissed off. It's always been like I'm talking to you right now. It's real calm, because to me, the people who do get hot off the collar, because there was this time I was in a Little Caesars, of all places, picking up dinner, and there was a very well-dressed guy who comes walking in, and he was like in this Armani suit, and he was a very well-dressed black gentleman, and he was real nice. We sat there and had a nice conversation for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then finally he pulls out this little card and asked me when was the last time that I was at church. And I've had Jehovah's Witnesses knock on my door, guys, and, and I've had some fun with that. I don't know if I want to get into that right now, but I do have a pretty funny Jehovah's Witness story of a woman knocking on my door, but maybe that'll be saved for another time. But this guy, he tried to hand me this card, and said I should join his church. And I just put my hand up, and very respectfully, just like this, I said, "Sir, I'm sorry, religion's not me. I don't go to church. You'd be better giving that to someone who will actually take it and seriously think about coming. That's just not me." I was trying to be polite, because and this has happened to me many times, and I just turn it down, and I try to be polite about it, without going into the whole spiel on it. And the guy was like, "Well, no, come on, you seriously need to come. You should worry about your afterlife." And I said, "Sir, please, it's not for me." And he kept going and going and going. And finally I just said, "Look, I'm not fucking interested. Back the fuck away. You're going to lose some teeth." And he's like, "Well, I don't know why you're getting all hostile." And I said, "Look, I don't know everything there's to know about religion, but in high school, at whatever fucking reason, we were forced to read part of it, which I'm pretty sure is against the fucking law, and I was able to get out of it because I literally, gave the whole spiel of separation of church and state in the schools, but I do know some of it because my dad, before I finally left his fucking house, dragged me to fucking church, and I did learn some to where I could use it in this kind of situation. I don't know a lot about the Bible, but I do know it says in there somewhere that you're not supposed to force it on other people because that's a sin. And it's like, I'm okay. You're allowed to believe whatever you want. I support people who want to practice religion. Do it. I not only encourage you to do that if that's your thing, I will defend your right to do so. I support gay marriage. I support all these other things. That some people take this strong stance against, and it's like, if it doesn't affect you, why do you fucking act like it affects you? I don't go to church. Why are you taking it as a personal insult to you that I don't? I support gay marriage. I'm not gay, but I know gay people, and it's like, why are you jumping down my throat just because I say I support it? I don't. I've never been one to be shy about sharing my opinion, but it's like, if you ask my opinion, you're gonna get it, and if it offends you, I'm sorry. I'm a straight shooter. If you ask my opinion, I'm going to give it to you. The fact that I offend you and piss you off, that's just a bonus in some situations with some people. I don't spill everything that I do, but, if someone asks me something, I tell them. I've never been one to just hide or lie about something, but I also don't share everything. But if I'm asked about it, I gladly explain it. But, that's just my take there. So that kind of evolved into something I didn't mean it to, but I just thought I should elaborate on it a little bit. But anyway, guys, those are the 10 questions. They're pretty fun little questions. You can kind of go as crazy about it as you want, but just real quickly again, what is your favorite word? What is your least favorite word? What turns you on? What turns you off? Not in a sexual way. What sound or noise do you love? What sound or noise do you hate? What is your favorite curse word? What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? What profession would you not like to do? And if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates? So if you would like to join me with me, I encourage any of you who have a YouTube channel and make videos regularly to answer the questions just for fun. Just for fun. Or if you would like, please, in the comment section below, just make me a little list, and you can just give me little one-word answers if you would like. I just thought this would be something fun to do. So, you know, I just thought it would be something fun for a different shake-up of a video. I'll be doing my regular Q&A soon, so if you still have another question that you would like to ask me, go to my last posted Q&A video and leave it in the comment section below, and I will answer them the next time I do it. So thank you very much for watching and listening, and if you do take part in the questions, thank you very much for answering them. It'll be fun to hear what some of your responses are. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.